Welcome back to the live replay, everyone. Today is March 30th, and I'm just going to get everything set up over here to start today's live. We are going to be working on Ashley's journal. I've got 2 orders from the weekend to fill, so we can do that as well. Hey, Prettyfuls, Andrina, welcome here. Good to see you guys. What are we gonna set the goal at this week? I think I'll keep the kits open for the week because we still ended up having time to do quite a bit of Ashley's journal. And next week I have family visiting, so I won't have time to do all the kits. So I realized that would be a much better time for me to close the kits. Compared to closing them right now while I've got a normal week. So we're gonna keep them open for a week and then close them. So yeah, I've got family visiting all next week. And I guess Monday to Thursday, so not quite on all of the week, but I plan to still go live some, but I likely will have to change my schedule up a bit. Hey, you guys. Welcome here. I'm just refreshing my Shopify. We got 2 orders over the weekend, and I figure we may as well pack those up right away, and then we can get our momentum moving into Ashley's journal. Calm the nerves. Yes, Joy. Let's do that. Hopefully we don't need to tackle any more Lisa Frank shenanigans, because that's not exactly calming, but B grade hand-drawn glacier blue journal is the first order here. Let me grab that. And this is for Susan R. Order 1640. Hey, Lisa. Mama D, hello. I am feeling all right. Still coughing up a lung like all day, which is so annoying, but I feel fine other than that. Okay, so that was 1640, a B grade glacier blue handmade journal or hand-drawn journal for Susan. And then the next one we've got here is for Maria, a matcha green pre-made journal. Okay, and this one doesn't have personalizations either. So these are gonna go nice and quick, just up onto the shelf. And then we can get into Ashley's journal. How's everyone's weekend? Just labeling my bins here. Hey, Nicole and Nicole. It's funny how often you two come in pairs. Like, it took me a very long time to be able to know instantly which one was which. Just because I remember, I forget which launch it was. It might have been the pre-made journals, but you guys both ordered and placed 2 separate orders and then messaged to have them combined. And you both had the same name. And you had both just become moderators or something like that. And I was like, wait a second, am I actually dealing with 2 different Nicoles here? Or is this the same person and I'm just getting really twisted around in my mind? Nice, Mama D. So it's funny that you guys even enter in pairs. Alrighty, let me show you where we're at in Ashley's journal. For those of you who missed the end of last week. So this was a couple weeks ago. We did our January winter theme. We did have a mistake here. I always get asked how I cover mistakes. We just glued paper on top in this case. Hey, Christine. January's winter theme. February, we've got our Valentine's theme. Yeah, seriously, keeping me on my toes. Valentine's and like stamps. Thank you. March, we had a St. Patrick's theme. And now we are working on April. Ashley chose some really vibrant pinks. She wanted gingham, bows, hearts, and cherries. This is her birthday month. So that's what we have been leaning into this month. We've got our calendar spread coming up next. So we're gonna go ahead and do a poll right away here for our 2 basic calendar spread options. Let me open up to the first option here. So option 1 is going to be, and if a moderator wants to start a poll, you can start it right away. I feel like this one, I don't need to over explain. Option 1, we're gonna do a full outline of the calendar with dots for each date. And option 2 is to do just a partial outline along the top with a highlighted row for each date. So either way, our like measurements and everything stay the same. It's just a matter of full outline with dots for the dates. That was 1, and option 2 is partial outline with rows for the dates. Let's get a poll up there. All right, there we go. Sorry, I got it. 2 options. So option 1, full outline with highlighted dots for the days, and also hi, Emil. Option 2 is just a partial outline with highlighted rows for the days. So far we have alternated. I don't think that was something that Ashley specified. I think that's just how the vote has landed so far. So if we want to continue alternating, it would be option 2. How's everyone's weekend? Option 1, the poll is that little blue and white clipboard up there. The only way TikTok will count your vote is if it's in there. So option 1 would look something like this. Option 2 would have the rows like this. Here's another example of option 1. Oh, you had spring break, like the full week off, hey? Yeah, I don't have kids in school yet, so I don't notice when things like that happen. I'm doing well, Yamil. Let's see, what did we do this weekend? Oh yeah, my husband was gone pretty much all day Saturday. He went ice fishing with a church group. So he was gone for most of the day. So my mom came over and I just got a ton of cleaning done, which was great. Option 2, 1. Okay. So yeah, I got a bunch of cleaning done on Saturday and then he was home for the evening. So we've been playing a little bit of Stardew Valley lately. We kind of go through phases where we just like don't play any games together whatsoever. We really like games, like especially board games, but sometimes computer games or like games on the Switch are just nicer when you've been like on your feet all day and you don't want to sit at a dining room table for 3 hours, you know? So we got back into Stardew Valley just a couple weeks ago, so we did some of that this weekend. Let's see here. April 2027. I'm just making extra sure that I have the right month that I'm looking at here. 3, 4, 5. Oh, my favorite board game. That's tough. I like some of the like classic ones that I grew up with. Like my family did a lot of Settlers growing up, Settlers of Catan. I like that one, but I would say currently my favorite one is probably, it's called Cascadia. It's a bit less common. I really like Cascadia. I really like Wingspan. That one's very popular right now. And we have, it's not by the same company or anything, but it's a very similar style of game to Wingspan. It's called Earth. It's like Wingspan with like a few more layers added to it. And we really like Earth. But it's one of those games that like, it's definitely a time commitment, you know? So if you don't feel like sitting at your dining room table all Friday evening, don't even bother starting because it takes a while to get through. Hey Shirley, I just got on about 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago. I think I'll use the light pink for the other color here and then assume that we're going bright. Oh, Everdell is so fun. We don't own that one. We've only played it once, but it was lovely. Let's see. Now I'm trying to think, should I do the brighter pink as our alternating row and then assume that we'll have gingham all over the background, so I don't want to use light pink for the calendar? Or should I use the light pink for the calendar row, assuming that we'll do lots of brighter pink doodles? Now I'm torn. Oh yes, I used to play a lot of Rummy growing up. We don't play that one a lot anymore. We do have it actually, but my parents had Rummy and that was always one of our just kind of... It's just a nice one, you know, it doesn't take any setup time. It was one of those weeknight games, you know, you don't need to sit everyone down for 3 hours and make sure everyone gets it. You just pull it out real quick. Oh, I do like sequins. And my son got the kid version of sequins. You think light pink? What are we gonna do on the rest of the page though? I feel like that's what really determines it. I'm wondering if maybe not full gingham background, just because we did that on February and there's already quite a lot of overlap in terms of like colors and kind of the pattern thing. So maybe I will do light pink for the other row and then we'll just focus more on the doodles this page and then gingham will come back in on a different page. I think that sounds good. Yeah, my son got kids sequence for Christmas, which it's like the exact same idea, but there's animals on the board instead of like the playing card pictures and numbers and stuff. And we've played it a couple of times. He loves the idea of games, but I mean, he's 3. So he never really actually wants to sit down and execute a whole game. He just likes to like look at the animals and play with the pieces. So we've done a full playthrough, I think twice since Christmas, but he's definitely not at that stage yet where he would choose to just sit down and play a whole game. 1, 2. All right, so as I'm numbering, if you guys have any ideas for the rest of the calendar page, I'll show you what we've done so far so you can get an idea of the spaces that we're looking to fill. So we need to include a title, a notes box, and some doodles. In January, we did that like this with the title and notes over here and then doodles on the top and bottom. More common though is to do a title across the top and then notes here. And in this case, the title and the background were the doodles, so we didn't have any extra doodles. This is probably more standard of what we would often do, is kind of a title across the top, notes, and then some doodles kind of surrounding the calendar and notes. So if you have ideas for like the font for the title or the type of box to use for a notes box, whatever, feel free to put some of those in the chat. Oh, happy birthday, Dog Mom, on the 19th. Oh, started loving games more at 5. Yeah, he's very interested in the game, and then he gets bored quickly. So I feel like he will like games eventually, but he's just not quite at that point where he wants to lock in on something so structured for such a long time. The theme is, it's her birthday month, so she just kind of she said lots of pinks, cherries, hearts, bows, and gingham was kind of the list of related doodles to include. All right, so I'm guessing we'll probably put our heading over here in big calligraphy. I might use the most vibrant pink that we have since I used the other one on the calendar. So you could put April up here. We could do gingham like in the notes box and just not have it be the background for everything. Kind of like how if you remember Christine's weekly spreads, all of the notes boxes had gingham inside to write on. We could do something like that. Heart birthday cake, that's cute. You like that idea? Okay, I'm gonna start on the calligraphy, and then yeah, we'll do a notes box probably with gingham as the background. And if you have other ideas for like doodles that we can feature around it, like we could easily just do like a big bow up here and a big, you know, set of cherries here, and then a gingham notes box in between. Sorry, I feel like set of cherries sounded wrong. All right, let's just start with the lettering here. April. What kind of R did I do over here? Okay. R is one of those letters that I do different all the time, just depending on the space I need to fill. Oh, yay, Dolly. I'm glad to hear that it made it to you safely. All right, so I'm thinking maybe just like a bow kind of over here and some cherries down here and then a notes box in the middle. How does that sound? I'm totally open to other ideas. The pink for April is 743 by Tombow, one of my new ones. No problem. All right, well, I'm just gonna get started then with some doodles. Just keep the ball rolling. We'll do a big bow up here. The white pen is the Languo P600B. So Languo is the brand name, but they have a few different models. And the P600B is the one that I like with the nice thick nib so that you can have more juicy strokes. This pink is 723 by Tombow. Another new one to me. Oop. That would have been bad. All right, I'm just gonna write notes in here and then we can go ahead and move on to her weekly spreads. I'm just gonna take a quick sip of my matcha today. Okay, notes. Trying to decide where to write it actually. Could write it on the side here, or I could write it like following the curve of the bow, or just small up here. Yeah, Karina, this is Ashley's custom order. So it's for 2027. We started a couple weeks ago and we are currently working on April. As you can see, working our way through. Curve of the bow. Sure. Why not? Notes. Okay, so let's choose a weekly spread to fit with this theme. So far, I'll show you what we've done for weekly spreads. We're gonna choose one more weekly spread, and at that point, we'll have 4 that we can then cycle through 2 more times in this journal. So for January, we chose this. The requirements are, she wants all 7 days of the week as separate boxes, no combined weekend or anything like that. She wants a notes box, and then of course, we wanna have room for a title and some doodles. So this is how we chose to do that in January. February, very different layout, but same requirements. So 7 days of the week, notes, doodles. We actually didn't do a title this month, which this is the only weekly spread where I would ever not do a title, but it just kind of made sense with this one. And then in March, we did this right here. 5 days a week here with 2 here, so there's plenty of room for notes, a title, and doodles. So I And Ashley, you're welcome to disagree. And of course, people can vote however you want. Personally, I think we should choose more of a vertical one this time. We've done one with squares and then two with horizontal. And I find vertical works really nice for like a list of tasks or a list of events for the day. So I'm thinking maybe we should add one of those to our rotation of 4. So I'll see what we've already got in our inspiration that we saved earlier. And then we'll head to Pinterest if we need more ideas on top of what we already had saved. Because I don't remember. Let's see here, weekly spreads. That was a while ago that I saved weekly spreads. And we have just, I guess this was one of the ideas that she had pinned, kind of like just a tall box. We can't see the whole picture obviously, but we can kind of figure out what was probably going on. Where did I save weekly spreads? Weekly spreads. Is that even further back? Oh, here they are. Okay, so this is the one that we chose for February. So that one's out. We haven't used this one yet. This one's nice and vertical. I would consider this one. We also haven't used this one. Again, another vertical one. We did use this one, so that one's out. Okay, so we've got 2 good vertical options. I'm going to spend a couple minutes on Pinterest browsing for a third option. But I feel like we've got 2 good ones. So even if we don't find a good one, we'll be all right. Let's go to my, not kids activities, bullet journal, weekly spreads. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is actually pretty much exactly what I meant by the other one that was cut into a Dutch door. I saw this one on the weekend. I was like, oh, I need to save that as a sample for when we're choosing weekly spreads, because that's a way more accurate depiction of what I'm looking for. So that's going to be one option. Let's see. So something like this wouldn't really work because there's only 6 daily boxes. And even if you shift it a little bit, it would be, I mean, unless we want to shift this all the way up and go Saturday and then Sunday and then notes underneath, which would be exactly like November in Christine's journal. But I feel like this isn't a great picture to represent that. But yeah, the November spread from Christine's journal would definitely be an option. I think we actually used this as our inspiration for that. Just having the title and doodles here, and then we would put, I hate Pinterest. We would stretch out Saturday and Sunday so that each one has like a full box, and then we put notes over here for Christine. So that's how we adapted this one. I'm going to screenshot this one as well because that worked really well for Christine's. Okay, let me go back into my photos and get those. We've got 3 good options now. I'm gonna put them all, just re-screenshot that so that it goes beside the other ones that I just screenshotted. And could we get a 3-option poll? Actually, I should pop back into TikTok just in case Ashley has already said, no, I like that one. Let's just do this one. Let me see. Vertical, vertical. Okay. So if we could get a 3-option poll going in just a moment, that would be perfect. These are the 3 options. So we're going to be applying this theme, the pinks, these doodles, all of that. We're just choosing a layout to use. So option number 1 would be exactly like this. 7 boxes for the days of the week, 1 box for notes. We would probably put the title somewhere in here, either in stacked calligraphy or sideways or smaller calligraphy. We would probably fit April somewhere. I'm thinking maybe April in big letters on one side and then doodles on the other or something like that. But this is one option to arrange the page for our weekly spread. That will be option 1 in our poll. Option 2 would look a whole lot less busy than this because obviously we're not gonna, have all of the tasks and events written in and put washi tape where we know she doesn't need to write. But we would have 3 days over here, 2 here, and then we would stretch out Saturday, Sunday, so they each have a full box. And down here would be her notes box. So we wouldn't have this doodle or these doodles, but then up here would be our title and our doodles together. Whoop. So that's option 2. And then option 3 is this one here, 7 days of the week with a notes box, and then kind of a row of doodles and a title across the top. So I'm just gonna peek at my phone. Do we have a poll going already? Sorry guys, I'm gonna take a sip here so I hopefully stop coughing. A 3 option poll would be lovely. I'm trying to peek at my phone to see if we've got one going. Oh, is that it? Yes. Okay, perfect. So let me walk you through the options one more time now that the poll is actually ready for you. Option number 1, 7 days, 1 notes box, title and doodles in the side margins here. Option number 2, 3 days here, 2 and then stretched out Saturday and Sunday here with a notes box here, and then our title and doodles up in the top left. That's option 2. And then option 3, 7 days, notes box, title and doodles along the top. Option 1 or 2 or 3, and no matter which option we choose, this is the theme that is being used. These colors, these doodles, just applying them to this page, the weekly layout that we choose. So 1, 2, or 3. Let me come back into TikTok so I can see your comments again. Oh, I see. Was there, yeah, sometimes when 2 people try to start a poll at once, then they end. Thanks for handling that, Nicole. Yeah, sometimes I explain too long. Okay, so which one won this time? Okay, option 2, but option 1 was very, very close behind. Let me pull that up. Split screen here. Okay, so that's the same one that we did for Christine. And I'm quite sure I did it 7 centimeters down. And how many weekly spreads do we need in this month? I think we included that in March, did we not? Yes, March spreads ended up going all the way till April the 4th. So we're starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 weekly spreads. And I went down 7 dots from the top on Christine's and then 7 up from the bottom on that page. 7 down on this page, or sorry, not 7 dots, 7 centimeters. 7 centimeters, so 14 dots if you don't have a centimeter ruler for your measurements. Seven and 7. Okay. And then I'm thinking we'll use our darkest pink to make the boxes. Rounded corners or square corners? Maybe square. What do you think? I feel like maybe square because we've got so much gingham. Oh yeah, I did all square corners here. So let's do square corners again. So we've got our 7 by 7, or sorry, just 7 centimeters down. And if you just leave a 1 dot margin on both sides, you end up with 3 equal columns of 8. So that's what I'm gonna do here, is just every 8 dots. So line, 3, 6, 8. Do another one. I'm just gonna do all the vertical lines first, and then I'll come back and do the horizontal. Okay, and then this one is going down to that dot. 6, 8. And this one's gonna go all the way to the bottom because we wanna give Saturday and Sunday big boxes. They won't be quite as big as the other days, but much bigger than if we were combining them into one even box. Hey, Ray. Well, the dots definitely help a lot for drawing the straight lines. Also practice, and also just pulling your hand towards you. I always turn my book if I need to draw a straight line going a different way. I never try drawing straight lines like this way or whatever, or like moving my wrist. It's just like you want to go towards your body and you can just pull your whole arm. Okay, that wasn't actually a great example because I was on a different level than the book. But that's the idea. It's just pull your whole arm instead of moving your wrist around. 3, 6, 8. Welcome here, you guys. We are working on April's bullet journal pages for Ashley's journal. She ordered a full 12-month custom to use in 2027. So we've done January through March and all of the monthly pages for April, and now we're setting up the weekly spreads. This is my last one, right? Perfect. 3, 6, 8. 3, 6, 8. I am Canadian, yes. Are you? Okay, I feel like this knot in my table never used to be so pronounced, but now every time I go over it, it's just a piece of wood. It's not actually a nice desk. All right. So far April's looking like this. And then we are currently making the weekly spreads. I don't speak French fluently. I did take French classes from like grade 4 until I think 11 or 12 is when I can't remember if I did it in grade 12. So in theory, I have quite a bit of French vocab stored up in my head that like if I see something written in French, I'm like, oh yeah, I can tell vaguely what that means, but I don't have nearly enough French to actually speak it fluently to a French speaker. Let's go here. Well, see, yeah. Are you Canadian as well? Did you take French all the way up? In our school, you could choose French or German. I know some schools offer like French or Spanish, or just French. 3, 6. Okay, 6th grade to senior year. Yeah. All right, we've got the boxes in. I can do a flip through of this journal. I saw someone ask for the whole thing and someone ask for just April. So we'll do a quick version of the whole thing. And Christine's is now in the mail, so I can no longer show you that one. But so far we are 3 months into Ashley's journal for 2027. So we've got our very blue winter January theme. And then our February theme, Valentine's, and we combined it with this cute little stamps layout. Oh, we already did a heart cake. I thought the heart cake doodle sounded like very freshly familiar. Oh, Andrea, I feel like being a pro at Spanish, you would pick up a lot more in 2 years of high school French than me. Like, I don't know any Spanish, because they do have a lot of overlap, a lot of similarities. March's St. Patrick's theme. And then for her birthday month in April, she wanted a very pink, girly, gingham hearts, bows, cherries theme for her birthday month. So that is what we are in the middle of right now. All right, so weekly spreads here. Let me think. I'm thinking maybe like big numbers. You know how I do my numbers. Sometimes the bigger ones in this pink are medium pink, and then stamp the date on top of it. Oh, sign language, Shirley. That's a great one to learn. I knew a decent amount of sign language as a kid because my mom worked with, like she did one-on-one work with some deaf adults. And so I spent a lot of time with them growing up and picked it up as a kid, but I don't remember any of it now. That was ages ago. Bigger numbers with letters or with dates stamped on top. Okay, so we're starting on the 5th. 6th. Went to college to sign language. Cool. My mom is like totally fluent in sign language because she worked with them for so many years. And so it's funny, I grew up around them and had a decent amount of sign language in my arsenal at that age, but now I completely forget. I haven't seen them in years. And then just a few weeks ago, one of them with one of their new workers started attending the church that we've been going to. I'm like, oh, now how do I tell you who I am, whose daughter I am, because I've aged 25 years since you last saw me. Like, there's no way I can expect you to recognize me. But she's like, she loves kids, and I've got 2 adorable boys. So naturally, she's like signing to my boys, and I'm like picking up a tiny bit. And I'm like, oh, how do I communicate that, like, we go way back, Marianne. I know you, you know me, but I completely forget how to, I remember how to say my name, but it has been a long time, so I feel like I'm gonna need more than that to to reconnect with her. But yeah, it was just kind of a funny coincidence. I haven't thought about sign language in years until like a few Sundays ago. I was like, oh shoot, I really should have kept up my sign language because I'd love to chat with you and catch up. 22. I am from Canada, yes. Write her a note. That's a good idea. So the reason that she has one-on-one workers is she doesn't have, she's not able to read, she's not able to do other functions as well. It's not just being deaf, so there is a little bit more of a challenge to it, but that would be a good idea. Let's see here. If I make a mistake on the page. I do definitely make some mistakes. We have covered up a few with extra journal paper in this journal. If it's really small, like I screwed up the date on this one, so we just pasted more journal paper on top and you can't even tell. If it's really small, I'll use white gel pen, but often I end up just pasting paper on top of it if it's a bigger, more serious offense. All right, let me grab my stamps. The days of the week. April spread, yes, here it is. Oh, do you mean my April spread or her April spread? I've been showing this one, but I guess you could mean multiple things. Monday. Asking, okay, what about the stamps? Why was that so faint? I'm gonna have to write over that one. Don't tell me my ink is drying up. The stamps are my handwriting. I don't carry them in my own shop, but they are sold by Contact Crafts, linked in my bio. Thank you, Paws and Passies. Not yet. I should check back in about 15 minutes though, because that will be closer to the 1 hour mark. So if you think of it in 15 minutes, remind me again. I appreciate that. Oh, that's the end. Oh boy, I might need to get a new ink pad. This one's starting to get a little dry. Oh, Emma, don't ask. I've never cleaned these stamps. This set though, I've committed to only using with black ink. I have another set like this that if I ever want to use colored ink, I'll use that set and then I'll clean off the color. But yeah, because this is my black ink set, I've never cleaned them. Probably wouldn't hurt. They've got ink all over the place. Oh yeah, I do, Yumna. There's a few ways you can wipe it off in between every stamp, or like if you know, like because there's a bump here, I would often put a guard over here because that's the side that it would get ink on if it does. So I would just put extra paper over there and then see the ink goes on there instead. Oh yeah, this is getting a little dry. I'm gonna need a backup ink pad ASAP. But yeah, this is the way that I usually do just because it's the quickest one. And I do a lot of pages at a time. Ranger, Archival, and Jet Black. That's good to know. Yeah, I definitely think that this must be some kind of archival ink. It was a freebie ink pad that I got. So people always ask about it because it never smears or anything. Yeah, it doesn't smear, it doesn't bleed through. I can color directly on top of it and there's no smearing whatsoever, but this was just a free one from No Issue, so I never have a good answer when people are like, oh, what kind of ink pad should I get? I'm assuming it's some kind of archival ink though, because if it were just a normal like water-based ink pad, I feel like I'd have a much bigger issue with smearing and stuff. The Ranger. Okay, I've never even heard of Ranger. Is that like a general stationery brand, or do they just like just do inks. I had one of those fancy ink pen companies reach out to me, like fountain pens that like load in the ink. I've never used something like that, but I think maybe I'll do it. I'll try it out and work with them. They look really cool. I've just never tried it. Hey, Mary. Welcome here. This is for 2027 for Ashley. This is her custom order. Welcome here, everyone. We've got a lot of new faces in here today. My name is Rylee, and we have been working through a custom bullet journal order for Ashley here. So these are the April weekly spreads, which is her birthday month. So we're doing a fun, girly pink theme here. So I'd love to hear your guys' ideas for the heading and doodles that needs to go up here, and then also the notes box over here. I am thinking maybe just like a gingham notes box, since we did that on the calendar page. Gingham with notes, and then April in some sort of calligraphy and some doodles. But if you guys have other ideas, I would love to hear those as well. Hi from California. I'm gonna take a quick sip of my matcha here. You like that idea? Definitely the gingham for notes. Put my ink and stamps away. Oh, Thomas, what are you doing in here? Confirm. Oh, somebody must have muted him faster than I could. Yes, Emma, I just switched my afternoon tea to matcha last week, and I fear I'm already addicted. It's so good and so much better for me than my cheap little tea bags. Okay, so gingham notes. And what do we think about the doodles here? I'm wondering, I'm wondering if we could somehow like cycle through a few pinks for the letters and then have doodles be like on the letters, you know, like some hearts and tiny bows on the letters in white gel pen. What do we think about that? I'm gonna start working on the gingham, but I'd love to hear more for this corner here if you guys have more ideas. Let's do... And if you guys do like the cycling pinks idea, should we just do our two bolder pinks, or do I need to find another pink to add to the rotation as well? That's one question that I have. And then the other question is, should I just do it straight across, or should we change anything? You know, like we could kind of stack it like diagonally a little bit, like APRIL, or we could just alternate letters with the color. You know what I mean? Like we could either do AP in our lighter one, RIL in our darker one, and kind of ombre top to bottom, or we could just alternate each letter a different pink, you know? So many tiny little decisions to make just for that one thing. The gingham is Tombow 800. It's so light. You have to do like 2 or 3 coats to even see it. I wish it was a tiny bit darker, but It is a good like background fill pink. Okay, let me see here. I do have 5 pinks, but not all in the same like family. You know what I mean? So we chose, these are all my new pinks. We chose 723 and 743, and I've got all these other ones as well, but these two definitely fit best as far as like having the same undertone to them, you know? Oh, Ashley said alternate. I missed that. Thank you for filling me in. I look down. I mean, I have to look down, but I sometimes miss Ashley's comments when I look down. And we have got a whole lot of people here today. Thank you all so much for joining. My name is Rylee, and I would love to show you what we've been working on, just so you can see what we do every day. We've been working our way through a custom journal order for Ashley. So we just finished one for Christine a few weeks ago that we mailed out to her, a 12-month bullet journal, and now we're working on Ashley's. So every single stroke of the pen we have done together on the live stream. January, we did a winter theme. February, did this cute little Valentine's theme with like a stamp layout. March, we've got our St. Patrick's theme. And then we're currently working on April, which is her birthday month. And she wanted a very girly pink, gingham, cherries, hearts, bows, all that kind of stuff. So every customer chooses all the themes, all the pages. So like Ashley wanted a memories page. She wanted 6 habit trackers and a savings tracker for the month. And then a calendar with space for notes, and then her weeklies. So that's what we're working on, is just putting together this journal for her. So if you're new, welcome here. We'd love to have you stick around if you like this kind of stuff. I try to answer questions if you know, are curious about certain like lettering techniques or doodle tutorials and stuff, because I try to make this as doable as possible, because it really doesn't need to be intimidating. But yeah, 755 maybe KCC. These journals have 192 pages in them. My pre-made ones, so I'll show you my own pre-made journal. I just colored in April in my pre-made journal, but it starts off with like the empty pages, or not empty, but coloring book style pages, and then you color them in. So I just colored my next weekly spread, and it's got all 12 months of the year, 224 pages, super thick, so you can use plenty of layers of marker. And yeah, those ones have 224, the empty ones have 192. I also did decide to keep the journal kits open for this week, and I will close them next week though, because I'm hosting, my husband's family is coming out, so we're hosting for pretty much the whole week, so my live schedule will probably change next week. So if you're interested in a kit, they are still available this week. I'm a prairie girl, Mac. I'm not from BC. I've got family in BC though. My brother and his wife live out in BC, so we're flying out there at the end of the month, actually. End of April. That will be my boy's first time. Well, my 3-year-old has been on a plane, but he was too young to remember, so this will be his first memorable plane ride. And then my 1-year-old has never been on a plane, so that'll be fun for them. Notes box. Okay, and then Ashley, it's alternating letters, hey? The book is from my shop, Coach Lolo. empty ones or my pre-made ones that I just showed, and custom ones are only available one at a time, so I don't have one open right now. But any of those are 10% off with the discount code livestream. Yes, true, and Baby in the Bumps first flight, which, yeah, that's one reason why we wanted to go now. It's like before we have a third baby to haul around, and while our 1-year-old still gets to fly free because he's under 2. So we're squeezing in a quick trip before Baby and before his 2nd birthday and before all of that. Okay, so April, we're gonna alternate colors on the letters and then do small little hearts and bows on the letters in white gel pen. That is the plan. How you draw this good, Newfie Born? I don't know how to answer your question. You've asked it a couple times, so I feel like I need to try. Practice, lots of reference photos, and I do try to use like bullet journal themes that are generally like more accessible and doable than many others that I see online, because like I don't consider myself a super like, well, I feel kind of silly saying this because I definitely have improved in the last few months, but I'm not really like an artist, you know, where I can like paint anything realistic or like sketch, or like markers are my only thing, and I doodle, you know? So I try to choose themes that are fairly simple as far as like the makeup of the theme, you know, like cherries, anyone can draw that shape. Little heart, 2 sticks, and a bow shape is pretty simple, you know? Like it looks more complicated when you look at it all in one place, but when you break it down into different shapes and stuff, I do try to choose more simple things. And I share a lot of those kinds of tutorials, or at least I used to more so, on my YouTube channel, if you're looking for like kind of beginner tutorials. But yes, all of the live streams do go up on my YouTube channel. If you want to see today's replay or any other live over the past 9 months or so, they are all on my YouTube channel, along with over 100 bullet journal flip throughs of journals that we've done. April. Okay, yeah, the lettering is probably the hardest part to learn, I would say. The doodles that I do are usually, you know, a couple practice rounds and you could probably do it. But the calligraphy does take a lot of practice to get the touch down, I guess. Yes, YouTube, Instagram, I'm just Rylee Autumn on everything. Lauren, that's a great question. I recommend starting with a Crayola Super Tip if you're just starting out lettering. And I know I've showed this many times before, so if you've already seen it, sorry, but I also recommend starting off with, oh, puzzle pieces on the screen. Sorry, you guys. We just almost got booted from the live here. Okay, sorry, moment of panic. I recommend starting off with cheater calligraphy. So instead of doing everything kind of all in one like I was doing, just kind of learning the basic alphabet in calligraphy and then going back over and identifying your downstrokes, thickening them up. Keep the upstrokes thin. Whenever you find a downstroke, thicken it up, upstrokes thin. And so it's just kind of, you know, you want to work in baby steps. So if you can just kind of figure out how you want to do the actual alphabet in your calligraphy and just do it all thin, and then work on going back over, and everywhere that you find a downstroke, thicken it up. Here, thicken it up, because that is really the hardest part, is just learning how, especially with the brush, because they're so much more flexible than the Crayola Super Tips, figuring out how to go from a very gentle upstroke on the tip of your pen so that you're not, you know, hurting your pen, to a very thick downstroke using the side of your pen. That switch is the most difficult part. So this is kind of a baby step to get there. And then after that, you can start kind of doing that with the Crayola Super Tips, which are a lot easier to work with than a flexible brush like this, and then you'll be ready to move up to the brush. That's what I recommend. Anyways, some of you have heard that a million times. April. Oh, the custom journal, Sarah. Yeah, the custom journal. So I will probably open up one more spot before baby comes, and that spot will be open likely in about a month. And then after that, I'll be taking a break from customs. I don't really know how long. I'm just, you know, we'll see how it goes. Give myself a little bit of a maternity leave anyways. So there won't be a whole lot of custom spots available yet this year. So yeah, you can definitely wait for it, but I'm not doing a ton this year, unfortunately. Oh, your birthday is on Sunday. Woohoo. Any big plans? Yeah, Easter baby. Yeah, Ashley Biggerstaff here is the one whose journal we're making right now. So April being her birthday month, this is the theme that she wanted for her birthday month. Coming up on Sunday. Oh, that's nice that you get a break. We always had tournaments on Easter weekend. That was brutal. Yes, the Tombow that I use for all of my like drop shadows and stuff is N89. It's my favorite. They also have a cool tone one, but this is their warm tone gray, N89. I also have N95, that's the cool tone. It's just as light, but it's got more of a bluey undertone to it. No problem. All right, I'm gonna take a quick sip of my matcha here. And this is one of the biggest crowds that we have ever had here before. Thank you guys so much for coming. Would you put an emoji in the chat if you're new and this is your first time seeing us? We are thrilled to have you here. My name is Rylee. I am a stay-at-home mom. I've got 2 boys, 3rd baby on the way. And this is my little nap time and nighttime side hustle. We work on custom journal orders for people. So this one is for Ashley, and we've been working on hers for about 2 weeks now. So this is what we do every day, 4 days a week. We just doodle on the live. So thank you for joining. You're leaving. Okay, see ya. Oh, welcome here, you guys. Karina, user 174, Trish, Carol, Christine, Brittany, Ginger, Chandra. Welcome here, you guys. Stephanie, Huckleberry Fairy. Great to see you guys. The cover for April looks like this. We did a Dutch door. So we've got some gingham behind and then kind of the feature piece, and then we had to tuck our trackers pages behind the Dutch door here. We don't know, Kaylee. We've had a surprise for all of our kids, so you guys have been speculating, girl, but we have no idea. I did have a much rougher first trimester of pregnancy than this one with my others. So something feels different, but we'll see. Oh, thank you, Yumna. Will your lives be... You know, I'm not 100% sure of what my live schedule will be like next week. Like I was saying earlier, we are hosting my husband's family next week. So I'm on hostess duty all week. And I'm not really sure exactly what their expectations are for the week. You know, like if we're going to be doing activities every day during the afternoon. I'm guessing most evenings we'll hang out. So I probably won't have any evening lives next week. But I may be able to squeeze in an afternoon or two. But yeah, we'll see. All right, there's our little April design on the letters, some bows and some hearts. I could take a whole break, but the thing is 2.5, 3 weeks later, something like that, is when we're going to BC to visit my side of the family. And so then I need to take a break because I can't bring along my whole filming setup. And, you know, we're not staying in a very large space. So I kind of am forced to take a break, which I'm looking forward to, but in a few weeks. And so I would like to keep going live as much as I can next week, but we'll see how things play out. My husband wasn't planning on taking any holidays next week when his family was out, but now that he realized, like, hey, he can just take a paternal leave for part of the summer and kind of do our summer holidays in that chunk instead of needing holidays for all of his, you know, all the different summer activities we want to do. He decided to take a little bit of, I think he took like 2 days off next week when his family's out. So we will likely be hanging out, doing outings or activities a couple times at least. Thanks, you guys. I'm glad you like it. Oh, Lucy, I've got 2 boys and then a third on the way that we don't know, boy or girl yet. Due in the summer. My boys are 3 and 1. So this little journaling side hustle is purely a nap time and after bedtime activity for me. Yes, so Ashley, the custom bullet journals, I think yours sold, I think you got it in about 3 minutes. The one before that was, I think, around 7 minutes, and before that was like less than a minute. Usually it's just kind of in the first 5 minutes or so. Sometimes it takes a sec to actually like be loaded and everything, but usually they go pretty quick. So the customs beautiful, I'm just going to call you beautiful, not the second half of your username. The customs, depending how many months you want, they end up being in the hundreds. It comes out to about $250 per page that we color, and there's 192 pages. So, but I do have also a like pre-made journal is what I call it, which I also drew by hand, but it's like a coloring book style, and this one is $50. So it's about 10% of the price. You still get all hand-drawn doodles, and you just like color it in, trace over the letters, and then you've got a beautiful journal to use for yourself. You can choose personalizations for it too, like a cover design or some charms or your name doodled on the inside page. But yeah, that's my other option because I know that a $500 journal that only opens every 6 weeks is not an option for many people. So my $50 option is there too. And that is that's what I'm currently using this year as well. I can show you, I just colored my April spreads last week. I love how April turned out. I always feel so motivated to use my journal right when I color a new month. April, you guys chose all the themes on Instagram. So April, you guys chose a tulips theme. And again, this calligraphy was just light gray, and you just kind of trace on top of it, color in all of the tulips and all the doodles and stuff, and then you're good to go with a lovely planner. Your daughter's gonna try for the next custom. Nice. What position does she play, Ashley? She's a volleyball girl. Thank you, beautiful. I do have a discount code, which is live stream, if anyone is interested in a journal. Karina, so I'm doing things a little bit differently next year, because baby is coming. I did my own journal, obviously made it last year, sold it for this year, and that was awesome, but it was a lot of work. And so what I'm doing this year is, if you've heard of the company Coco and Lynn, they also do pre-made journals, and I reached out to them to see if I could help with their art. And so yeah, I'm teaming up with Lynn to help them execute their journal this year, so that way I don't have orders to fill when I am, you know, in postpartum recovery and adjusting to life with 3 young kids. So that's the plan for this year, is I am working with them on their journal. I'm not launching my own this year, but I will have a hand in a journal that you can use for 2027. And past this year, I'm not sure if I'll continue to work on theirs or go back to doing my own. We'll kind of see how things go this year. But so yes, I am working on a 2027 journal, but not the Rylee Autumn, you know, as it's been in the past, just me, all the art done by me, hosted on my website. It'll be different this year. But it is well underway. Oh yeah, that's a cute idea, Christine. Oh, okay, Ashley, 2 different daughters, gotcha. Nice. All right, that is our last one. I'm gonna take a quick sip of tea and show you guys how April ended up. Or tea, I keep calling it tea, but I've switched to matcha. So we've got our memories page for April, title page, which we did a little Dutch door with some pink gingham behind. Then we had to adjust her trackers a little bit to fit behind the Dutch door, but everything fit in just fine. We've got 6 habit trackers, a savings tracker. Then we've got our 2-page calendar with a box over here for notes. And then these are our weekly spreads. So again, we brought back in the gingham, the bows, and the hearts onto the letters. And yeah, a very pink, very girly birthday theme for you, Ashley. Yay, I'm glad you like it. I don't even remember what you asked for May. I need to open up my Google form here. I wasn't thinking we'd get so far. Because that did fly by. Christine, I am not totally sure. I plan to keep enough blanks to do customs, but I don't know if I will reorder more empty journals, you know, like I'll keep enough unlisted on my site for myself to do customs for the next like year or so. But I'm not sure if I'll order another batch of empty journals. I would love to. I just need to decide if that's the direction I want to go in, keeping my shelves stocked and myself packing all that inventory. Lynn's, I think I might have missed the first part of your comment, but yes, if you're looking for the one that's colorable, that would be this one here. It's listed on my site as the hand-drawn or pre-made journal, and it's like a coloring book and a planner in one. So you get to color in all the doodles. There's a different theme each month. September has the sardines theme. October is our journaling at a cafe theme. Different theme each month. and you color it in much like I did for my April pages. If that's one you're looking for, it's the pre-made one on my site, or hand-drawn one, whatever. It's kind of called both things. And you can use the code livestream for a discount. There are also journal kits available right now if you want some mystery items like brush markers, like stamps, like stickers, that kind of stuff. I do have those mystery kits available at checkout. All right, let's find our May theme here for Ashley so that we can keep on moving. May, flowers. Okay, lovely. Let me go back to your Pinterest board. Ashley, no problem, Linz. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to your Pinterest board, Ashley, because I'm curious to know if you had a specific type of flowers in mind. Where did it go? Ashley, bullet journal. Okay. Because you saved a few pictures that have flowers. So I want to know if you're looking for one of these specific types of flowers or what, because there's so many different directions we could go with a flowers prompt. Let's see. Where was the other one that I was thinking of? Oh yeah, like this one you've got saved. That's a flowers theme. This one is a flower theme. Okay. And then this one. So they're all very different styles of flowers. So I'm curious, Ashley, let me go swipe through those so you can let me know if you have a specific kind in mind. Let's full screen this. So did you specifically want flowers in a certain style? And if so, was it option 1, 2, or 3? Oh, or 4. I'm going to swipe through those one more time. This is just for Ashley. This isn't a vote. Option 1, 2, 3, or 4. And if you don't care, if you just want us to go on Pinterest and find some cute flower doodles and then find a layout to pair them with, that's an option too. Just let me know what you were thinking with your flowers prompt. I'm gonna sip some matcha here. Oh, you're right, pause and passies. Thank you for reminding me. Oh yes, Estella, they are undated. No problem. You like number 1 or 3 the most. Okay. I need to remind myself what 1 and 3 are. Okay, so this was 3. And this was 1. Oh. Sorry, I was trying to swipe that away. So let's go to Pinterest then and find some different title page layouts. I mean, I guess this could be one title page layout option, except for obviously we would have May written in there. That similarly could also be an option, but I'm going to go over to Pinterest and see if I can find some other ideas for a flower theme. Okay. Let's go to my bullet journal board for a sec. And just do a little bit of scrolling, both for layout ideas and for flower doodle ideas, just to see if we find something that we like. I know we just did a Dutch door, but we could do, I'm not Leela Journals. I don't know how to draw as whimsical as she does, but the layout is definitely something we could achieve with a cute little flower in there. Her art is incredible. Let's see, that could be kind of an option. Oh yes, I love these kind of things for flowers. Okay, more like this, where you kind of just section off a space on the page and fill it with flowers. Okay, this is one of mine from years ago. Someone just screenshotted from a YouTube video, so it looks kind of funny, but so yeah, something like that. Maybe I'll screenshot Doodaloo's because I like hers. This is Louise again, that one creator that I've mentioned on Instagram a few times. Doodaloo. I don't know why, but I feel like this is one of my most recreated title pages. Like I've seen it so many times, but it is a nice, easy one that still looks very cute. Okay, so that's one style that we could do, kind of filling a space with flowers. Oh, daisies are super cute. I'm gonna screenshot that for like daisy doodles. Or like little flowers coming up. Just looking at some ideas. Ashley, if you see anything that you like, I can't see comments right now while I'm on Pinterest, but I will come back and see your comments in a sec. Okay, tulips. I know, April, I'm currently doing tulips in my own journal, which is why I'm just loving tulips right now. But tulips in a jar, tulips in a light bulb, so cute. I'm gonna screenshot this one too. This is Autumn Aldridge. I don't know if she posts anymore, but I used to love her stuff. Okay, I'm gonna come back into TikTok for a sec and see what we're thinking. The card idea with florals. Yes. Okay, anything from Ashley? Not yet. Okay, let me pop back onto Pinterest then, and now I want to just focus on some title page layouts. So I got a few ideas for like types of flowers and kind of for layout, but now I just want to think about layout and not about the contents that's currently in it. So something like this, we could definitely do just like 3 bigger flowers with a bit of a pattern in the background. That's cute. Oh yeah, you guys mentioned the card thing. So we'll keep that as kind of an option for just like filling the page with pattern that includes flowers. That will be an option. Click on one of these and start scrolling down, see what we find. I'm gonna click on a different one because that one didn't really give me very many title pages, and that's what I'm looking for. It's just title page layouts. Title pages that would work well with a floral theme. Whoop, I didn't mean to do whatever that was. Oh, okay, bye. Let's try. The thing is, I don't want one that's already a floral theme because I don't want to just copy someone's theme. So that's why I'm looking for different theme, but could work with flowers incorporated. I want to find just like one more idea because I feel like we've got a few good ones. But one more would be nice. Let's see here. Could do some sort of pegboard theme with like a little vase with a bouquet in the corner. Oh, hello. Can I pause? Pause. But then it's dark. Okay, a little vase with a bouquet in the corner, or like little Polaroid pictures like that with flowers in them, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna pop back into TikTok, see if I've missed anything from Ashley. And then okay, so let's figure out how we want to do this. So the types of flowers that she liked the best from our original photos were this kind of thing, and not this one, so I'm just gonna remove it, and this kind of thing. So we could have those two as some sort of cover page ideas. I'm gonna remove this one as well. And then I was just looking for other options for layouts. Oh, I've got too many options now. Okay. What do we think? Anything that should just go? Oh, this is so hard. Okay, well, we won't focus in on daisies if she doesn't specifically love daisies the most. She said she likes bright and wild flowers. Okay, this is way too many options though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These ones aren't really an option for the title page. I just was saving them for ideas. 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, way too many options. Okay, are there any that we should just get rid of? I can't see any comments right now, but Ashley, if you have any you want to get rid of, or I feel like this one's probably the weakest idea for flowers. I love a pegboard for something, but it wouldn't feature flowers as much as some of the other ones. Same with this one in a way, like the flowers would be so peripheral. Okay, let me pop back into TikTok for a sec, see if you guys have opinions on what to get rid of. Okay. Well, then it's up to me, I guess. Let's see here. Okay, so these ones aren't going to be part of the poll. I just was thinking of cute ways to display the flowers, like in a jar or in a light bulb, and I also love tulips, so let's see here. May. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this one for this month. I'm sorry, I love the card thing, but again, for the flower month, I don't think it's our strongest contender. Okay, is that enough options? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's more than we usually do, but maybe let's just try it. Let's just try a 6 option poll. So I'm gonna kind of talk through once what each theme would kind of look like. So this one would be basically like this, but I feel like with color, like this doesn't have a lot of color. You said you liked bright, colorful, so I'm thinking colored flowers, but the whole like bordering the corners and then Hello May would go in the middle. That's gonna be option 1 in our poll. Option 2 is gonna have May in the center and then just bright flowers kind of coming down from the top, up from the bottom, fill the whole page with that kind of thing. That's gonna be option 2. Option 3, I know we just did a Dutch door, so part of me wants to remove this, but it's so cute. So we could do, yeah, May here, and then instead of like the moon and sparkles, we could maybe do like some bees flying around, and then choose a watercolor, or a wildflower to put in this part here. Whoop. Layer a bit of washi tape, that kind of thing. That is gonna be option 3. Option 4 is gonna be something like this, different colors, maybe even different orientation. I don't know if we want it to be rectangle like that or more in the center of the page, but just kind of filling a space with flower blobs. That's gonna be option 4. Option 5, wildflowers growing up from the bottom with May over here, and yeah, like some bees or something. And then option 6, way too many options, is going to be 3 larger flowers, and then May with some little like doodles, gingham, whatever. All right, way too many options. I'm sorry, you guys. Option 1. Oh, did the poll already go? My bad. I didn't realize that it was already almost done. Do we need to do it again, or did people get a chance to vote? I won't be able to see your responses. Oh, okay, thanks, Emil. Okay, you can start it again right now, and I'll just do the quick version of each while people have the poll so they can actually vote. Oh, hello. Okay, so quick explanation of each now. Come on. Option 1, kind of flowers bordering the corners. Hello, May. That's option 1. Option 2, May, flowers coming from top and bottom, filling the page. That was 2. This is 3. A wildflower here. May, some bees buzzing around. Maybe the washi tape, not sure. That's option 3. 4, fill a space with kind of blobby flowers like this. Different colors, maybe even different orientation, but that's the idea. That's option 4. Option 5, wildflowers growing up from the bottom with some bees or butterflies or something flying around. And then option 6, 3 large flowers instead of dragonflies, and then a calm pattern in the background. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Let's see. Oh, it's just starting now. Okay, so I've got lots more time to say it once more. Okay, I'll go through it one more time. Okay, so option 1, flowers kind of bordering the corners. Hello, May. That's 1, but we would add color. Option 2, May in the middle, flowers coming from top and bottom and filling the page. That's 2. Option 3, Dutch door with a flower in the middle here, some bees flying around, and maybe the washi tape. That's 3. Sorry, this is 4. Blobby flowers filling a space. We might change where the space is, change the color of the flowers, but that's the idea. That was 4. This is 5. Wildflowers growing up from the bottom with some bugs flying around. And then 6. 3 large flowers in place of those dragonflies. May and some, gingham or something in the background. Okay, those are all the options. I'm coming back into TikTok now. Yes, no, Emil, usually my first talk through takes too long to do a poll during the first talk through, especially if there's 6 options. Let's see. Is this the actual results now? Option 2 looks like it won by quite a bit if this is the real one. Option 2 won twice. Okay, definitely. Let's go with option 2. I didn't even realize that one the first time. Sorry for the rocky road there, getting you guys back onto the stand. Okay, option 2. So let's choose a color palette. Ashley, do you have specific colors in mind for this theme? I'm gonna pull out, these are just my recent swatches. Obviously I have a lot more colors than this, but if you have specific numbers that you like, Ashley, that we can build a palette around, you can let me know. And if not, I'll just start pulling colors. Karina thinks purples. Yes, I remember pause and passies. I want to keep on this train of thought, But thank you for the reminder. I need to order some new ink. I'm just gonna wait a sec to hear Ashley's, oh, I should actually scroll down because pastels is what you originally wrote for May. So I'll start swatching some pastels, but if you want to change that, you are welcome to change that. This is your journal. But for pastel purples, I think this one's kind of purpley too. Light pink, orange, blue pastel. Okay, perfect. So pastel pink then. I've got these 2. other pinks back. Pink, orange, and blue. Pastel orange and pastel blue. Pull out one more pink. Okay. Purple is okay too? Okay. Let's do this. Get that journal out of the way and start swatching some colors. So let's start with blue, because I know that you like, oh wait, I'm thinking of Christine. We know Christine loves blue. But let's start with blue anyways. So I'm gonna need a series of 4 option polls here if there's a moderator available. And you can kind of just start them one after the other so that we can pump out this color palette ASAP. So we're gonna have these 4 blues. I will number them. Oh, haven't even pulled out my Tombow Fudenosuke yet this week. 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we're choosing a pastel color palette for her flower theme. So these are gonna turn into flowers. Number 1, 2, 3, or 4. The poll is that little blue and white clipboard icon below my profile picture. So 1, 2, 3, or 4, enter your vote in the poll. And I'm gonna start swatching the next color so that we can just keep these polls going. So next we'll do purples. Focus on the blues though for the poll. This is for our next poll. I won't get too far ahead of myself. Now I'll wait to swatch our next color. Give you guys a sec for the poll to end and to figure out which one we're doing. Option 1, 2, 3, or 4 for the blue row. Sorry, you guys. What an obnoxious sound for a calming live. Option 3 by quite a lot. And again, Ashley, if you ever want to veto a decision, you just comment and it's yours. So pairing with option 3, we need to choose a purple. So option 1, 2, 3, or 4. And remember, we want it to complement this. Option 3. After that, we will do a pink poll, which is only going to have 3 colors in it. My other blues away so my desk doesn't get too crowded here. So right now we're doing purples. So option 1, 2, 3, or 4 for a purple to go along with that blue. Let's see who we've got. Option 3 again. That one was much closer. All right, so then I just need a 3 option poll for the pinks. I couldn't find a third pastel pink in my collection. I got a bunch more pinks now from Tombow, but not a lot of pastels in my new batch. Lots of vibrant ones. This one is new though. Number 1 is the new one. All right, so 3 and 3 are locked in. Let's choose a pink to go with them. Option 1, 2, or 3. And then we're gonna want a pastel orange, and then I'm gonna swatch greens as well to do the stems of the leaves. Stems of the flowers, stems and leaves is what I'm trying to say. 4 on the other end was an acrylic, Jennifer. That was just for entertainment reasons only. Okay, option 2, perfect. And then we need another one for orange. Thank you to Nicole for keeping these polls coming. This part can be time consuming if we don't just keep things rolling, so I appreciate that. 1, 2, 3, or 4 to pair with our existing color palette. We're looking for a pastel orange. And I'm gonna grab a few greens as well because we want, you know, multiple colors for stems and leaves and all that kind of stuff. Different types of flowers will have different colored stems, you know. Let's see here. Number 1 for orange. Okay, well, you all know that's yellow, right? That's my favorite yellow. That's 991. But it is a very orangey yellow, but I use it for like everything yellow that I do. I guess pastel orange and yellow are basically same. Okay, 5 options. Sorry, we're gonna need 5 for the green pole. And we're just gonna choose kind of the main green that you guys like that fits with this color palette. And I will likely choose other greens as well, just so not all of the flowers have the same color of leaf and stem. But just kind of choose the main one that you like best with this color palette and we'll build it out from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Alrighty. And then I would like to hear from you guys on the sample picture that we had. The title was just in the middle of the page in black. Do we want to stick with black or do we want to use a colored font for May? Any thoughts on that one? Number 4, lovely. Number 4, that is Tombow 192. That is like our go-to green for everything that's not super muted. Jennifer thinks colored. So there's going to be a lot of colors going on, you know, with the flowers, but that's kind of the sample picture that we had. So May in black, just like they had January, and then colored flowers, or we could bring in color for the title as well. Black, black. Ashley thinks black. Okay, perfect. Let's do that. I agree. I think black would look great in this case. I often steer clear from black lettering just because sometimes I feel like black makes you need to outline everything in black if you use black lettering. But this theme does have everything outlined in black. So I think we're already locked into that. So I'm going to go ahead and use black. What do we think as far as size of the lettering? So I've got my Tombow Fudenosuke hard tip, would be more of a small. And then I've got Tombow Fudenosuke soft tip, a little bit bigger. This one is kind of drying out a little bit, so it would be slightly streaky, but we liked that in January. Or I could do, you know, a regular Tombow, and then it would be quite a bit bigger. Why don't we do one more poll and then we'll get started with coloring. So 1, 2, or 3 for the size of our heading. It's going to go in the middle of the page here. They're technically all Tombow, Shirley. So this is the Fudenosuke hard tip. This is the Fudenosuke soft tip, and this is just the regular Tombow dual tip brush marker. So option 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and put your votes in the poll below my profile picture again, just to help us choose how bold we want our heading to be in May's flower theme. No worries, Shirley. You just looked so passionate about it being Tombow. It was like, you're gonna win anyways. They're all Tombow. Sorry, you guys. Just can't shake this thing. All right. Matcha is gone, so I'm thinking I put in a cough drop now so that I hopefully am not coughing as much for the last bit of the live. 3 by a landslide. Okay, I'm surprised. Surprised that it was a landslide. Not necessarily surprised that it won, but wow. Okay. So that will be our starting point then. We'll do our title. Yes, Darby, I don't think this is COVID, but during pregnancy, yeah, I have such a hard time kicking sickness. It was the same thing with my last pregnancy. He was a summer baby also, and it was like, I got sick in winter, like January or February, and was just coughing, and then shortly after delivery, suddenly better. And I'm guessing, yeah, Shirley, you got it, a Tombow. Pretty. I'm kind of guessing that's going to be my fate again. Just keep coughing and coughing until baby is here, and then it can finally go away. Okay, so I'm going to pull out our colors. This is the theme for this month. So let's add some flowers coming in from the top and from the bottom. So I'm going to use a few of the flower types in the picture, and I'll add a few of my own as well. Yes, pregnant, due in the summer. With number 3, Shirley. Oh, my boys must be up. Can you hear them stomping around up there? Let's see. Alrighty, I am going to add stems and some lines to each of these. It is getting exhausting, Brittany. And I'm at the point in pregnancy where like just holding in my pee while I cough is getting exhausting. April was her birthday month, so just kind of girly doodles, bows, cherries, hearts, gingham. Glad you guys like it. I need to add all the green, and then we will add some white gel pen as well. So in the example photo, all of these little leaves are left black and white, but everything else is colored. I don't know if you guys like it like that, if you want me to stick exactly to the sample. Or color those as well. Let me grab a secondary green here to use for some of these other leaves. Okay. And then it had some like colored dots sprinkled all around. And then we'll add a bit of white gel pen. I have tried honey and lemon. Yeah, I don't drink it religiously, but I have had it periodically during my cough. I feel like I need a humidifier. That's the thing, I forget, one of you guys mentioned it, and also Google. And I feel like that probably would help, but we just chucked our humidifier when we moved because it was like, not working super well. And I just keep forgetting because I never go to stores. I need to send my husband to Canadian Tire or something to fetch me a humidifier. All right, let's add a little bit of white gel pen. Scorch your throat. Fun. All right, my question is, do we want to add color to these little leaves or leave them black and white like our inspiration photo? Oh, how did I just forget to do one line there? Silly of me. Leave the leaves. I agree, I think they work like this. Alrighty. So that is our title page then, in case you couldn't see. Well, I added some white gel pen to all of the purple flowers and also to the blue flowers. But that's it, just a touch of white gel pen. Any thoughts for the memories page? I'll say the one thought that I have would be to do kind of a vine situation around the edges with leaves on the vine and assorted flowers kind of sticking out of it, and then maybe a smaller black memories either in the middle or up at the top. What do we think? Vine frame. So we could do vine frame with a bit of a gap at the top for memories, or vine frame that like looks like memories is kind of part of it, you know? So let's see, memories at the top, or we could do a full vine frame around and then put memories like in the middle. Top or middle for the word memories? Any thoughts? A gap at the top? Thanks for the follow, pal. Memories as part of the vine on the top. Okay, I'm gonna do that then. So I'm gonna write memories first and then attach it to the vine. And then the vine going all around. Okay, and then I want different flowers sticking off of here. Oh, sorry, Ashley. I just saw your request when I looked up. I hope this is all right for you. Oh yeah, Brianna, we don't play around. No time for that. Oh yes, Janice. Just let me finish up this page and then I can totally pop back over to April. I just feel like I need to holler up at my husband for 1 second. I'll be right back. Right back. And this is going to give away my position to my kids, so this might not last much longer, but sorry. I'll be right back. I just knocked something off my desk.